What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another Ajax cast. I'm back here with the Beam, and hey, we both enjoyed episode 4 a ton. We are super stoked for episode 5, and we're gonna come in with a little bit of predictions and talk about the preview a little bit. So, Tyler, do you want to kick things off?
Yeah, I mean, there were a few things that stuck out to me in the preview. First off, Damon's eye patch,
Oh
right?
yeah,
Like, where does that come from? I'm really interested to see how he loses that eye, if he loses the eye at all, obviously. But one thing I wanted to point out is that during the trailer, you see what looks like Damon with the eye patch on in a fight with, I want to say it's Rhaenyra's Kingsguard. What's his name again?
Kriston.
Yes, Kriston Cole.
Yep.
So I'm curious what happens with that because I mean, could this be a case of a little love triangle going a little off? Because I mean, Kristen Cole did end up sleeping with her, and Damon kind of teased her a bit after last episode.
Just the
What do you
tip.
think? Yeah,
Just the
just the
tip.
tip.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I mean, I don't really see them with swords or anything either. And it looks like he has chains around his wrists. So I wonder if he ends up getting in trouble for, sleeping with Rhaenyra. Do you see that on his left wrist?
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I didn't
Yeah.
notice that before. Good
Yeah.
catch.
Yeah. So
Yeah, but I mean, another question I have too. Is that Damon? It kinda looks like him, but also that screenshot of him, maybe it was poor.
yeah,
But I was honestly wondering too, I was like, "Is that a stunt double?
it
Is that
may
just
not
Damon
be
after a
him.
time
Like,
skip? Or is
yeah.
that another Targaryen?" But the only reason I think it's him is because he also has that eye patch on the
Yeah.
same eye. Or
Yeah.
maybe, better yet, maybe that's Aegon and it's after the time skip. Who knows?
Oh, that'd be pretty crazy, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is true. But we all know the big thing coming up with episode 5 is the proposed marriage. You got the son of the sea snake and Rhaenyra supposed to be wed. And obviously we see in the preview tensions rise. There's fights. There's the Lannisters walking in, and we know when there's a big event and Lannisters are walking in, it's gonna be a pretty big deal. We got our boy off-brand Dave Portnoy strolling on in. I don't know which twin it is. I'm assuming it's the same one that wanted to get married. Comes strutting in, and it looks like it's about the time of the wedding. So either he's just there for it and making a scene because he's a Lannister and that's what they do, or he's there to say, I should actually marry Rhaenyra. I have this much money, da 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 da. And then we get an argument where they have no naval support like the Valerians have, and they don't have fucking dragons like Viserys said in the
Mhm.
past. So I'm really interested to see. And it's royal wedding coming up in the Game of Thrones world. What's the worst that could happen?
Exactly. The only things that have happened in the past is favorite characters died and a king died. Like, it's not too bad.
Which brings me to my first big prediction. We're going to see a main character die. We haven't had a main character die yet, except for the Crab Feeder, but he was an antagonist and he wasn't really much of a main character.
Mhm.
He was just there for plot, more supporting of the main character's
Yeah,
roles,
he was there
but
more for
someone will
character
die.
development for Damon, I think.
My prediction of who's dying is going to be our good old boy Viserys. Tetanus
I
is going to
agree.
get him. And that's when all the hell's going to break loose. Shit, what if he just dies at the wedding? He pulls a Joffrey, just topples on
Well,
over.
another one thing I wanted to point out is that during the trailer, I noticed that Viserys was pretty much knocked out in a chair or just outright
Yep.
dead, and there were a couple of maesters around him. It looked like it was right after he had finished his little medieval Lego sculpture in the back of the King's Landing.
Oh,
But I
man.
just want to point that out. Instead of ruling, it seems like Viserys lot wants to go play with his medieval Legos.
Yeah, man.
I just thought of that. I was like, that's kind of what it is, because he just tells the stonemasons to carve out stone blocks for him, and he puts them all together. It's
Oh,
medieval Legos.
and yeah, he should have just married the 12-year-old because they can bond over that, bond over the Legos.
Exactly. It all makes sense now. He is actually a man child.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
Yeah, but anyway, though, the reason I bring it up is I do agree that I think he's probably going to die. But there was another scene in there where I can't tell if it was Allison or some other woman. It looked like a woman, at least. It looked like she was wearing a dress. But during the trailer, they started talking about like a hidden knife, and then it immediately flashes to the scene where
Mm-hmm.
Viserys is staring out a window, and right behind him is a woman slowly walking up to him.
Yep.
So now I'm wondering, is there going to be a potential assassination?
Yeah.
And it would make sense for Allison to do it to ensure that Aegon takes over.
Or to ensure that Viserys does not change his mind about Rhaenyra and the son of the sea snake becoming, um, or taking the throne. And it
Hmm.
could be, because I still don't get the best impression from her, the queen that never was.
Hmm.
Rhaenys, I still don't get the best impression from her, and we see her in the trailer. We haven't seen her in the past few episodes, but we do see her in this trailer. I can't remember what she's talking about. For those of y'all that are interested, you can go and watch the preview for it. But
Hmm.
I think she's gonna be a little sneaky, so I'm really interested to see what happens.
Yeah, the Queen in the Shadows, I guess.
Yeah, Queen of the
But I'm
Shadows.
interested too. Yeah, exactly. Like a big theme, at least in the 1 minute preview we got, was common folk aren't going to take kindly to a queen.
Yep, and
Like,
we're gonna get to see two dragons flying together. We haven't really seen much dragon interaction yet. We had like the stare down between Rhaenyra and Daemon's dragons, when she flew
mhm,
into Dragonstone, but we haven't seen them like really fly together yet. So we
it'll
see,
be interesting.
yeah, we see a little bit in the trailer of the son of the sea snake and Rhaenyra flying in the air together on their dragons, and then we have them dancing, doing some shit at the wedding, I'm
Yeah,
assuming. So
I mean, it's interesting too because as we talked a little bit about this earlier, but the two dragons we saw, I'm not sure who the other dragon is, but I know you mentioned that that red dragon looked like Damon's dragon.
hmm
So I guess the
Or
question
or
is,
it could
who's he
be
flying
just a
with?
new dragon, like you said.
True.
Aegon could be older, and that could be his dragon now.
True. A lot of this hinges too on when the time skip's going to be,
Yep.
and if there is a time skip in this episode, how far ahead does it go?
Yeah, exactly.
But one thing that puts me off from it being Aegon, though, is that it looks about the same size as the other dragon, if not a little bit bigger,
hmm
right? Because Aegon's dragon, well, at least currently in the show, it's still in an egg. It's not even hatched yet.
Yeah, exactly.
So I don't think it's that unless they take like a huge 20-year time skip this next episode, which I doubt, but I could
Yeah,
be wrong.
yeah. You never know. This is also gonna be the last episode where we see the young version of Rhaenyra. Her older version of her, the actor that plays her, is gonna be coming in. So I believe this may be the last time we see Millie Alcock, at least in the first season, which is gonna be, a little disappointing because she has been crushing it. Same for Allison's actor, but let's hope that the older versions can come in and crush it.
I have no doubt, man. With the writing we've got so far and the acting we've seen, I'm sure they're going to handle it just fine. And I'm looking forward to hopefully in later seasons seeing some flashback scenes where she can come back.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. Yeah,
Yeah, man, I'm pumped. Oh yeah, and by the way, I wanted to bring this up too because I forgot to mention it earlier. I think both Lannisters are actually at the wedding.
both. Okay,
Yeah, I think I saw both the twins were there.
that makes sense.
So we'll get the best of both worlds.
Yeah, more Lannister action. What's happened when there's been a Lannister at a wedding?
Yeah, better yet, two.
Two Lannisters.
They'll cancel each other out, hopefully.
Yeah. I'm super excited. The series has been great so far. Is there anything else you'd like to say about our episode 5 prediction?
I am fucking excited.
Yep. As everyone else should be. Guys, if you've been enjoying our Ajax cast, we're on Spotify now. Go and check it out. Feel free to subscribe to us. We'd love to hear it. We'd love to also hear what you guys want to see. And Tyler, is there anything else you'd like to say?
Subscribe, please.
There we go. And we'll see y'all next time. Peace.